Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Here we are at Michigan Shores Club for the CPTC live stream. My favorite part about the live stream is how it feels different every time and yet the same. You know what I mean?
What club are we at?
My name is Matt McClure, and I'm alongside Sean Albrecht announcing tonight's match, Series 3.
How's everybody doing?
Michigan Shores against Knollwood Club.
I promise to be terrible, but in a good way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all we can really hope for, Sean, if you're honest.
I know I threw some lyrics on this. I don't usually.
I like this track.
Talking about noggins.
I like it I like how experimental this project is.
Still, at this point in the trip.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
One day we'll get it right.
The whole point of the CPTC live stream is to see what it's like to be in the hut while paddle matches are going on.
That's the vibe, yeah.
That's pretty much what we're going for. So tonight is a fun matchup over here closest to the camera. We have John Noble playing for Knollwood here in the ad side. And then over here in orange, we have the Brad Smith.
The Brad Smith, yes.
The Brattlesnake, as they call him.
Wow. I didn't have enough guts to say that, but that was impressive.
For Knollwood Court 1, Series 3. And then on the far side over there, we have Danny Oakes in the ad side on the far right. This is kind of tough because they have dressed the same to screw with us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
But
I'm going to go out there and chastise them for this.
Sasha Georgievich on the deuce side of the court with just the blue stripe going down.
A streaming regular, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had Sasha on a couple times.
Yeah, as well as Brad and John.
So of course,
this is interesting because all these clubs, play against each other a couple of times throughout the season, and occasionally the schedule just matches it up, so it seems like we're following someone around. I know it feels like we were just at Knollwood because we were.
Stalking, maybe?
Stalking is a
strong word.
It's a strong word.
It's a very strong word.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we got a restraining order after this, if that's the direction you're
headed. You mean another one, Coach?
Not again.
All right. Yeah, and it's, by the way, I thought it was interesting. I mentioned it to Cal, and of course I wondered if Cal actually, because of his reading comprehension skills, was actually able to grasp the whole concept. But the idea is that it's actually cold. It's about 30, maybe 32 degrees, but it's actually feeling like 36. So there's technically a heat index out there.
It's a heat index. You're right. Yeah, it's practically a heat wave. This is an island in the sun, Sean. That's where we are right now. So this is going to be.
You kind of look like Kenny Rogers from this.
Thank you. That's what I'm going for.
In the stream. I'm sorry.
No, I'm growing the beard for that specific reason. To look more like Kenny Rogers.
When Kenny was younger, I don't mean that because he got older and
Yeah, and also Kenny Loggins.
Yeah,
which is also fun.
Oh, actually, you look more like Kenny.
I probably do look more like Kenny Loggins.
Kenny
So here we go. We're starting off right away. Fault on the first point. Love 15. And
cold
15
weather
all. So this match is going to be almost entirely about the pace of play from Sasha Georgievich, because he is an absolute wall. And I think the other three guys on this court like to play a little faster, a little more razzle-dazzle, and do more with the ball. And Sasha can go into this mode where he is perfectly fine lobbing 500 shots in a row.
Yes.
So there's a chance that, I have played a match against him where, they had to turn the lights off on us. Sorry, guys, it's 10:45. I know you started at 6 p.m., but...
That's particularly tough when you have to field a lob, because above the lights is bad enough. When there's no lights at all, it's a problem.
Right. Above the lights, the Sean Albrecht story. So a quick rapid-fire start
My
here.
My dance career was really short.
As we see in all paddle matches.
Sit. Oh, what's the jet?
I feel like the courts here at Michigan Shores are brand new. Look at the sheen.
I was going to say that.
Look at the sheen on these things.
If I didn't know better, I thought Cal was out there with the wax.
They got to be fresh. It's not wet or anything.
No.
It's just new. That was a great ball down the middle.
It's got that new court smell.
To get them started. That new court smell.
I'm just saying.
People pay extra for that.
All right, so Oakes and Georgievich.
With a quick start, we're going to see a couple of quick games here is my theory.
Now that I mentioned it, Coach, Mr. Oakes has been on the telecast again, too.
Yeah, we're going to start to see
saying?
some regulars here, I think.
Well, you do well, and, the sponsors, they like you. It's got nothing to do with us.
They like the players.
Exactly. Well, look at that. Just true to your word there. Right to your point. Djordjevic with the skywalking.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, you're doing really well in a match if you can get Sasha to miss a lob.
Yes. What a shot. What a shot. Look at this. Geez, how tall is John? 6'9", 6'10"? What are they?
I think John is 6'5", and
Really?
he looks taller
He does.
because he's intimidating.
I'm just going to start calling him the Diesel.
It's more of a personality thing, I think. He not only looks tall, but he acts
It's
tall.
a big, he's got a big personality. That in a good way, by the way. Mine's in a bad way. I have a very big personality. Another great. Tell you what, if there isn't a more textbook, look at that backhand lob from Georgia. Out of the corner. That's impressive.
It's
Just
part of why
lifts
he's so good at it, because there's no wasted time in the motion. He moves really well. And Sasha doesn't have an overpowering drive, but he can pick a lot of different spots, and he will also drive with precision.
No question.
When he does decide to hit the ball. I think you'll see Brad look to ramp up his overhead a little bit here as the match goes on.
Well, if you're going to be impatient, not a bad idea to do it in the beginning.
Danny hits a backhand drive in that particular instance, much like my backhand drive into the back screen on the rise. The difference is he's going to make several of those as the night goes on, and mine would just end up in the parking lot, which is fine.
You don't get cheated, though, Coach.
Right, exactly.
That's the idea. No cheating. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
And they always say, it's really not a good idea to lob down the line. Somebody didn't invite Sasha to that class, apparently.
No, but you know what? One of the
He's
things
just that good.
That's so textbook about Sasha's defensive play, to be honest, is that you will see him extend his motion all the time through his lob.
Yes.
Even if it's a routine kind of shot, he will find a way to, add that little extra guidance through the ball, and it turns it. I mean, his lob is legitimately has to be one of his best shots.
Yes.
I
think he's one of the best in the league, period.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Just very consistent. By the way, more to your point, that last backhand drive, precision. Picked up here we go, picked up another point there. All right, 30-40. Rattlesnake with the serve. That's a nice serve, too.
It's a good dig.
Sit down, up.
Just a little. So that's a rare lob miss from Djordjevic in that side. And it's going to be 1-all.
Bamboo shoots all around. I know. Maybe that's uncalled for.
I liked it.
All right, thanks.
Keep doing it.
Okay. That's a good drive.
That's a really good prep from Noble there.
Yes, and he's got just sneaky power.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even look like he's swinging that hard, and he just rips the fuzz. Well, there's no fuzz on the ball anyway, but,
I think it's because he's 6'11".
It's true. The Diesel. Anyway. All right, 15-all. It's a good idea. Danny's just going to take a little break. And they're always adjusting. For those of you at home watching, there's always an adjustment going on. It's one of the reasons why it's a great move. And you gotta like that blitz even from Brad anyway. Just the move. Yeah, you're gonna get burned every so often, but you gotta kind of show that.
What a great redrive there from Danny Oakes to take that off the back screen.
Read. I'm calling it a read-rive. Yes, I know. Stupid.
A read-rive.
I know.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah. It's a chili. I'm in the Scooby mood there.
Oh, the chili at Michigan Shores is unbelievable, by the way.
You get too much.
And there you see Sasha baiting Brad into a questionable decision because he moves around at the net. And so he goes, you know what, I'm just going to hit it hard and catch him in a poach. And Sasha's smart enough to get out of the way. It's the right play from both players, actually.
Yep. What's the ratio again, Coach? How many drives have to stay in the court?
I mean, I don't know. I think 60% of the time at this level, you're probably hitting drives in the court, and 40% of the time you're trying to make somebody volley.
Yeah.
And so there's an element of, you're hitting a ball with the intention of forcing someone into sort of a body block where they can't get out of the way.
Exactly.
Big part of the game at all levels. I mean, people hit volleys that are going out of bounds at all levels of battle. And it's just about, reducing the amount of time they have to make a decision so that they feel forced, kind of obligated to hit your drive.
I just call it more playing time, Coach. I figured if I take a ball that really I'm not supposed to, I get a little extra practice.
I did used to teach a very nice lady who I would always talk about all the balls that she could let go and win the point, and she was like, "Why would I do that? It's more fun." And it happened so often that she got to the point where she would hit a volley that she knew was going out, and I would be staring at her, and she would say out loud while hitting the volley, "It's more fun." It's ridiculous.
They don't play often enough not to just hit
My
every
students
ball.
didn't win a lot.
Mine can't even find the club. All right, it was a great overhead, by the way.
Keeping it low, getting it to die in the side screen.
Yeah, you want to watch textbook serve and rush the net or volley. John is there. It was a little wide. Close.
Yeah, maybe just a little too much wrist flick there.
More left
the
eye.
rattlesnake.
Yes. The roller. Nice. Switch. Yeah, Smith and Noble will be happy to do this all day. Although, from the baseline, it's not like they're some slouches. As a matter of fact, especially where John's concerned. Heck of a drive up both sides, but they're fine.
And I think part of what makes them a good team is that they hit very different styles of spin from up at the net.
No question.
And I think Brad tends to let the ball drop a little bit lower and put a little bit more action on it. And I think John doesn't mind kind of hitting the hard slash at the deuce player, which, kind of puts them in a position of strength where they are right now.
This is a great point. And this is gonna be all night long. I have a feeling we're gonna go a while for this match, Coach. Just judging from past experience. Oh, look at this.
Great dig, good move.
Oh. Almost like he baited him by staying back into that drive, Coach, no?
Yeah, actually, kind of an underutilized tactic in the world of paddle is, deciding that you're going to stay back and drive a ball and then not giving someone the target.
Yeah, exactly.
To close back in.
And, of course, after we say that, John faults, and it's a break point.
I ruined it.
It's a great pickup, by the way. Not an easy shot. Half volley.
Especially for a guy who's 7'1". What a great read by Noble. Noble getting right on top of the net there.
Oh, you didn't try that. Yes, you did. That's a lot of moxie there.
Yeah, but that's one of those things I think you'll see from Sasha with that precision drive is he'll just kind of take a ball and knock it down at your feet.
No question.
And you don't necessarily miss it because you're overpowered, but just because you have to do so much work.
No question.
What a dodge.
Wow,
good dig.
And by the way, Brad doesn't miss many of those cutters. So that was kind of an uncharacteristic error. Look at this. It's doubles.
It's a knife fight.
Sit down.
Oh, really
like
good point.
Not rooting for anybody, just trying to keep that point going, Coach.
All right, so Oaks and Djordjevic in the driver's seat here. 15-love, 3-1 in the first set.
Wow. He bought it.
Yeah.
Yes. Way to sell it to him, John.
Yeah, that was tough. I think he felt like Noble might have mishit it just enough where it was going to drop. Yeah, it was going to drop down.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you see sort of a non-traditional stroke like that, and you start to wonder, like, wait a minute, what if that What if that flutters right in there?
Exactly.
That's a great little backhand.
Well, when you're 7'5", sometimes you get more action than most people get.
How tall will he be by the end of the night?
Yeah, I had a teaching pro that was an old coach of mine, and every year he would talk about his flat serve out wide, and every year it got bigger. I don't know how. He just started out at 111. Last I checked, it was 147 miles an hour.
It's amazing.
That's it.
Did you teach with Andy Roddick?
Almost. No, this guy was better than Andy Roddick, coach. just ask him.
Oh, Bill at River Trails. Yeah, totally.
All right. Back in it here for Smith & Noble.
All right.
So not a bad...
Yeah, smart game there.
Right.
A little bit more conservative. They did a little bit less with their drives when they felt like they were in the hole. Put the ball in play.
Absolutely. There's a difference between, you can swing hard at it, put a little more spin on it, maybe a little more margin, and you can still make something happen. Sometimes you're flattening it out a little bit too much. I don't have that problem, but that's not the point. What a first volley.
Yeah.
There it is again. Gosh. Just doesn't miss it.
Nice coverage from the corner.
That's
right. One of those things that Sasha does so well.
Yes. A little long. Great point, though.
Yeah, really well played.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Man, that court's like a gym floor.
It is,
it's like watching
it is
the Boston
shiny
Garden.
out there. What a cool
It's like,
camera
it's
angle we got.
Yeah, we're watching the Celtics.
Oh, that's a good kill from Noble. To see it did not go as high off the paddle as Sasha was trying to get that ball to rise, and the short floater turns into
It's a smart volley.
no reaction time.
A little less pace on that probably would have been a winner. Sit down in there. God, he's getting some good touch. What do you get? No.
Yeah,
shot
great
by
shot.
Brad. That's vintage Brad Smith right there, by the way. That thing just died.
Vintage Brad Smith.
Beauty. Yeah, it's such a beautiful story. I got tears in my eyes. And it isn't the Shirley, by the way.
Tears in his eyes, I guess. Cinderella story.
Look at
Nice
that.
dig by Oaks.
Speed. He's there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Grinding out one
Yes.
extra ball pays off.
And the crowd are loving it. Some pounding on the glass.
There is always a committed crew at Michigan Shores.
That's
It's
right.
super fun.
Yeah, anytime you get some glass pounding. And
Yeah.
Where I'm from and where we play, we call it, they tell us to go pound sand.
It's a totally different circumstance.
Exactly. It's just a little different.
A little wide
Very
with
close.
that overhead.
Very close.
Probably cut a little thin.
All right,
Yeah, and the
another great
viewing at
point
Michigan
here.
Shores is awesome.
Phenomenal.
As well.
Did he just
you got
whip
this
that overhead?
elevated
Okay,
space.
there's something you're just not going to see. Is Brad Smith
Lost in the lights.
missing over. Now, granted, listen, these lights are awesome, but every so often you'll get it caught where you're like, for 1 second, you just don't see it. So that's going to happen, even to the best players. It's a nice knockdown. All right, so 4-2. I still say it's going the distance. And as Cal knows, I was so good with the Chicago Charities predictions that this is bound to come to fruition. You know it. And there's no censor button tonight, so, should we issue a disclaimer about the language?
we probably should.
That was colorful. That wasn't that bad. We've heard worse. I'm not apologizing for it.
Not today.
We've heard worse. That's right. He's there. So it's still technically, I don't want to say warm, but warm enough where those drives are still coming off the back screen with some degree of resilience. Boom. God, that's perfect. You know what, Coach, if I were a fella, and if I was a fella still, look at this, oh, what a shot. If I were a fella still working part-time at a country club as a paddle instructor, I'd want to take some video, yeah. Maybe with just like Cal, what a point. Take some video of Sasha's backhand lob, that's amazing. All right. And Waterfall, he's there. Pick, look at that. Sit down. How does he do that? Those are tough, man. You got to take those early. Any type of overhead that's a little short of the service line and you want to kind of anticipate taking on the rise, you got to get that really early. I mean, the funny thing is Dan almost pulled that off, which is impressive. Not for the faint of heart. Of course, you also got to be smart enough and alert enough. What a knockdown there. Good touch. Waterfall. Where's the TLC music? Come on, man. I got to cue that up. I'm the only R&B fan here? Okay. Good enough. Nice lob. All right, so 5-2. There's a hold. Don't look now. Somebody held serve. Actually, they've held serve a couple times. They have to be if it's 5-2. Hey, see how I did the math like that, Kim? And they called me an idiot at the Institute. I'll show them. Anyway, beautiful evening here at Michigan Shores Club in Wilmette, Illinois. We're watching. Is this one or is this 3? You can't tell anymore. These guys are that good. Besides, I know both these guys, definitely Smith and Noble play 1. So I'm pretty sure this is Series 3. But it's a Series 3 contest. So it's Knollwood versus Michigan Shores. Nice first volley. Look at the hands.
I don't know how often these teams get the opportunity to play against each other.
No,
I know they're in the standard rotation, but
right.
This is definitely one of those. This is definitely one of those elements where I don't know. I mean, I know obviously Sasha and Danny Oaks have played a ton, and
yes.
so have John and Brad. So it's not like they never play.
No, and they've seen each other on the court. Maybe not.
But I don't know. I don't know how far we get into the rotation. I think that there's 10 teams in every series, and so they play everybody twice, first half and second half. But that's not true with all. That's not true with all leagues.
It's kind of the way it should be. You know, you should get 2 shots at everybody. Oh yeah. Okay. Now John's just showing off. So, look at that. That's amazing. Because we tell people that you can't stand in no man's land. Well, apparently you can.
I mean, when you're 7'6",
exactly.
I mean, you can reach.
Exactly.
You can reach almost everything.
That caught. Nice pick. Yeah. Amazing. That's funny, Coach. You know, we're always telling, students, maybe not lately, but we're always telling students, look for a good lob from your partner. Look to drive on a regular basis. I mean, pretty much every lob out here is a good lob on a certain level. That doesn't mean it's going to be driven. Oh, it's a good move by Brad. Uh-oh. That's the set, though. Well, I suppose you can take a break for the set and go find the ball.
Yeah, the reset to the parking lot is the way to go.
Yeah, look at
that. That was a quick one. We're going to go to a word from our sponsors in between sets here and
you betcha.
And reset, as they say.
Nice one.
Thanks.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near you.
All right, we're here, back, Michigan Shores.
Set number 2.
Historic Wilmette, Illinois. Set number 2. Ready to rock, and they got another ball.
Danny Oakes and Sasha Djordjevic pretty dominant in that first set.
No question.
Forcing John and Brad to do a little bit more with the ball. Man, Brad just with the flick to get that down the line, and then unfortunately the transition up to the net.
I still say
did not
these
turn
guys
out as well
aren't
as
out of
they
it.
want- as
You
well as they
know,
wanted.
they're just that season. I can't see this next set being.
Oh yeah, totally agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Skywalking. He didn't even have to jump. It's craziness.
I mean, when you're 7'8",
That's what we're at here. He's basically Andre the Giant at this point. I don't think there's anybody ever been taller than that. All right, 15 all. It's kind of a nasty jump kick serve, too. Look at that. John says, two could play at that game. I've got a backhand lob from heaven as well. Beautiful. Yeah, let's see if they don't start doing a little bit of that, a little grinding. It's classic. Boy, we got to love the Swiffer job on those courts, boy. They are just something special. All right, 15-40. Unbelievable. That this ball just took off. Unbelievable. Well, anyway. So if I'm not mistaken, that would be 30-40. Still break point.
still an opportunity.
Yeah, and you know, that happens a lot. You win the first set, even going away a little bit, and then all of a sudden, I'm not saying concentration drops. The other team gets a little bit more hype.
Yeah, maybe you feel a little bit more relaxed.
Exactly.
Like you can swing a little more freely than perhaps you should.
Exactly, and quickly things can change. Nice flick. That was stylish. Beauty.
Little deep on
There's
that
the
one.
break.
And first game of the second set goes to Smith and Noble.
Yep. Well, it's definitely the way they wanted to start out. If they can just...
Who have a combined height of over 14 feet. What a great volley from John there to convert that shot. No fear of the net for John Noble.
Nope, that's going to work.
Oh,
He almost, did he get that back?
I believe he
Did
got
he catch
it.
that? That
I
was,
think he caught it and flicked it down the
might
line.
have been one of the shots of the year right there. That was impressive. I was already writing him off. What kind of a commentator does that?
Great move there
A
from
horrible
Sasha
one.
as well.
Yes. Or at love 30, apparently. What do you got to do to win a point when you're serving in this? Another good move. A little long. Yeah, close.
Yep.
I mean, he barely missed that.
Yep,
Very
read
good
it
move, though.
early.
Yep. But I tell you what, his backhand drive, it's funny. He can just absolutely plaster it off the screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Because it doesn't look like he's going to swing that hard, but he could do it.
Yep. Yeah, he can flatten it out. He changes speeds a lot.
Yeah, it's really not a great move.
Oh,
from Dan
nice
Oaks.
hands there from Oaks
Blitz.
as he streaks through the center of the court to make that happen.
Break point. I tell you what, they will not be denied. So 1-1.
Yeah, a little rapid fire movement there
Second order of bamboo
from
shoots,
Michigan
Coach.
Shores.
Sorry.
French fries.
HE double toothpicks. Whoa. Oh, you almost pulled that off, too.
Yeah, great drive.
I'm a big fan of the half volley, and that'll give you an idea of how my record looks the way it does now.
A lot of half volleys on the paddle court.
I seem to have. It's because I'm moving so fast, Coach.
Yep.
All right, 15-all. Great return from Rattlesnake. Can I call him that? I don't even know him that well.
The Rattlesnake?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty well known.
All right. Little long, nice try. There's an uncharacteristic miss.
I mean, I
off the
heard it from
backhand.
Paget Neve when he and Brad used to play together.
Did he?
And Paget started calling him the Rattlesnake. So it's
He's a-
permanent.
Whether he likes it or not.
He's going to have to change his
That's right.
driver's license. It's just a little long.
Good eye from Dan Oaks there.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, is that what it is? Smart volley.
The jam sandwich.
All right, I think we're at 40-30 here. Just
40-30,
FYI.
I believe.
Yeah. It's at 40-15, which would have been nice, and they could have just cruised right into that game. But nope.
But no, that is just long, and we are going to take it to
You're
deuce.
a deuce. Yep. It's like, can anyone hold serve? That's what happens, though.
That's a great transition. Wow. Not really expecting Sasha to come back in
No.
after,
Yeah.
he picked up a ball off his shoelaces.
It's good impromptu.
I think that
Move from
can
it.
happen to everyone where you sort of feel like you're in control of the point, and then a good piece of movement can
Yeah, and you're like,
sort of
wait a
turn
minute,
everything around.
what are you
Yeah.
doing there? Why, that's not against the rules. Nice. Did that catch?
I believe that was in.
I think it did. That was impressive. A little more like the 8'6" John Noble.
Yeah, that was sort of
I
that.
skipped.
That was sort of that like inside-out backhand
Yeah.
angle that Noble can find that you're just not looking for.
No.
I mean, you saw Sasha just let it go. He just
Exactly.
was. That was not the spot he was expecting for him to hit.
Yeah. And, of course, we just jinxed him, or I jinxed him. Just missed one wide. So a point to hold here for Oaks and Djordjevic. Oh, nice. Brad just backing up and snapping it down the line. Look at the thing tip. Would you like a chip with that? That's terrible.
I love it.
Just take me off the air.
Oh, great
Horrible.
return from John to change direction on that.
Give me a vegetable.
And now we go to work at the net. Sasha and Danny Oaks switch back
Wow.
position-wise. What a great
I
backhand.
know. It's always nice when you hit a forehand and you follow through and you're in position to hit the backhand
Well, yeah,
drive.
I was going to say that's such a target of opportunity, right?
It
like
is.
the volley just didn't go quite as
Yeah.
deep as they wanted it to, and Oaks happened to be standing there, so he was like,
And
well, I
his
guess
shoulders
I
are
could.
already turned.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from him. That was a great shot.
Oh, totally agreed. It's just one of those, it's a situational, kind of opportunity there.
No question.
Sort of a little different than like building the point into that situation.
I can't do either one.
Take the target of opportunity.
Yes, or build.
Maybe your partner's not giving you enough opportunities.
Can't build a stinking waffle these
Nice
days.
overhead there from Brad. That thing stayed really low.
Bowling for dollars. The thing is not coming up for air. What is it? Submariner.
Submariner.
Deuce again. Yeah, again, does not miss many returns. And once again, a point to hold for Dan. It's a good screen drive.
Yeah, smart play.
That's a really good screen drive. And they do. So 2-1. Oaks and Georgievich. They won the first set 6-2.
If you're just joining us here for the CPTC live stream, I'm Matt McClure
Welcome.
alongside Sean Albrecht.
Another friend.
And, of course, with Cal Noble in the booth running the operations as well. And we're at Michigan Shores Club.
We only put him in a booth because the cologne is just overpowering.
I love it. I think you've really... Is that Dior?
I just can't get too close.
And Michigan Shores, of course, is right on the lake.
Yes.
Which makes it both beautiful and colder than average.
Yes. Although, as I said,
Although
yeah,
in this
there is
case
a little bit of
warmer.
a, yeah. Well, there was. I don't know if that's still the case. We can check the, he bought it.
He read it early.
Yes.
Brad read that early and did not quite get his paddle around the side of it to hit the dropper that he was going for.
Yeah, we've gone the other direction quite a bit now.
32 degrees.
When it feels like 20
Feels like 20. That's the heat index.
I want to say 15.
Sean maybe forced that one a little
15-30.
bit to try to keep Brad up at the net in position on that ball.
We got 30s, I think.
30 all.
And I thought I was the only one who grunted when he serves. I just do it because
You just do it because John does it?
Right, and I
Yeah.
stretch out. I pretty much pull a muscle every time I serve.
Great waterfall. Got a lot of muscles left of you?
No,
Not
that's
anymore.
just it. I just keep buying more, and just a little long. Good eye from
Just
Brad.
deep.
I would have scampered back there and hit it.
Sometimes
Look at-
that's a blessing in disguise where you take like kind of a late step and you're not sure.
Exactly. So when you look at the court like that, it kind of looks like something out of the X-Files there, Coach.
It does a little bit, Sean.
It's got a couple of different, eyes, like it's a spaceship of some kind. Get in there.
It's good movement here from Noble in the corner. Finding some opportunities to drive.
Great shot.
Wow, that died.
It sure did.
That died hard off the back screen. Not a lot of options there.
All right. So add out a break point opportunity.
I mean, it just looks like the court is covered in ice, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not at all.
It is. I wonder if there's markings on those courts that will mean something about alien civilization. Oh,
Wow. It's a big rip
it was.
right there.
All right.
From
Break
Danny
a
Oaks.
serve.
Yep. So 3-1, Michigan Shores, Oaks and Georgievich.
It's one thing for Smith and Noble to grind their way back into the match. It's another one for Georgievich and Oaks to let them do it. They're not letting them do it.
Yeah, no, they're making a lot of good decisions right now in terms of the shots that they're choosing to let go, and they're just kind of playing a precision paddle.
Sure.
At the moment.
I love when Brad coaches himself.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, not at all. And truth be told, I don't think he's playing his best paddle right now, but that's
Well,
part of the game.
sometimes that's what you need.
Yes,
you know?
exactly, exactly.
Sometimes in order to kind of get yourself fired up and into it a little bit. And I know I've talked about this before, but the curse of the former teaching pro is that the Thursday night match is where you really feel like that it's been a long week on court already.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then Then driving to an away club and getting geared up and playing your best paddle.
Yeah.
That's
no problem
is not
at
the
all.
easiest thing to do. No problem at all.
No problem at all.
You're on court all weekend. You had team drills,
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Probably had junior paddle in the afternoon and then came straight here.
Right.
So it can definitely be a bit of a battle.
Don't forget all the emails and phone calls you're fielding during the festivities.
Oh, I never got any emails.
All right. We're at 4-1. So things are fading fast, but I still say they got one more.
Yeah, I think we've
charge
seen.
left
I
in
think
them.
we've seen Brad and John in this position before, and
Yes.
it's sort of just about how focused they want to get to
No
kind
question.
of try to grind their way back into a match.
Yeah, you don't get the records these guys have without being able to do that. So, yes, lead cord. We love it. All right, 15 love. Another good kick serve. That was perfect pace because they didn't even know whether to take it off the deck or not. Sometimes you can't hit it too hard. Sit down. Contrary to what some people think. What a great
Gosh,
screen
that's
drive.
just such a disguised
Isn't it?
shot from
Yeah.
Sasha.
I thought he was going to lob it.
Yeah. I think part of the success on that is that he doesn't change his grip at all.
Yeah.
He sort of, it just looks like the only thing he could possibly do is flip it up in the air, and then if it pops out far enough, he kind of guides it down into the court.
Another
Such a
reason for never listening to the teaching program.
tough shot. What are you changing your grip?
Yeah, but I
Just
can't
do it the way
disguise
Georgievich does it.
Nice touch.
Yeah, good
It's
move.
a great cutter. And set that up, too, from Brad.
All right, so a couple good strategic decisions here.
You bet.
See if they can get themselves right back in it. Smart volley.
Let's pick. Yeah, that's tough. Wow. Just
a little
some bad luck.
frustration.
Yeah, some bad luck. I mean, he does let the ball drop, but I mean, wow. Just hit the net on that one because that was a good-looking roller. But 40-30. Little wide. Stung that volley, too. Always looks cool when you miss that well. Of course.
I often miss well. That's one of the things I'm best known for. I mean, he misses, but he misses well.
See, I don't even miss well. I don't think I do anything well. I've never done anything well.
I disagree.
Yeah, I've figured out that I don't miss well. Is what I've
That's what
I've
I've learned about my own game.
Nice. That's a
Wow,
great
nice.
shot. That is a great shot.
Find
from
some
Jim.
corner as that
Yeah.
ball drops.
You're going to swing it. That's the way you do it.
Yep, agreed.
Money for nothing. That's right, Cal. He's there. Nice.
Great dig.
Reflex. Look at this.
Great dig. Smart
Yeah,
recovery
Sasha's
ball.
rolling. Sit down. Oh, yeah. Good
Nice
touch.
touch. Good early read there.
Great
from
point.
Noble.
All right, so
All right.
back in the saddle here.
Still alive.
That's
4-2.
Oaks
That
and
turns it
Georgia
into.
a possibility.
Yep.
See, again, Sasha, a great move, but also anticipating that Brad's going to be blitzing a little bit. It just becomes a war of attrition that way. Nice get. Boy, he manhandled
That ball's got some movement to it.
Uh-oh.
He's there. Oh, nice try.
I was going to say, that would have been a tough tweener.
Yeah, it's a smart play there to take advantage.
Yeah, I almost
on
said something
the
bad right there. I
retreat.
don't know. I'm not sure what it was, but that's what I mean. See, look, it looks like a spaceship, I'm telling you.
It's another great shot. Cal, you seem to have found the last mosquito of the year.
It's impressive.
Pretty impressive, actually, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh!
You got to be kidding me.
Now, what is the definition of home court advantage?
That's exactly
if you were
what
to
I
look
was
it up in the
thinking.
dictionary, would it be an image of what just happened?
Pretty much.
a half volley lead court dribble winner.
Yes.
Just so comfortable with the nets here at Michigan Shores. They're able to make anything work. All right, so 5-2.
Yes.
Oaks and Djordjevic with an opportunity here.
I got to hand to Brad to continue to to blitz like that. Because, I played matches where sooner or later it's going to start working.
I do feel like you have to continue to add pressure, especially because John's return is a threat.
No question.
So I don't think it's the wrong call. It just hasn't quite converted as many points maybe as they would like. And so now the question here is, are John and Brad willing to play the length of points that I think Oaks and Djordjevic are capable of, which is
undoubtedly. And by the way, back to that, got to give Sasha credit. His volleys have just been on point. Every time he does poach, he seems to make successful volley out of it. So, wow.
That was a little thin. Yeah, maybe lost it in the lights as he was pulling the trigger.
I think I'd be blind
30 here.
Wow,
that is a really tough return.
Crazy good return.
That thing is like an inch off the net.
It's coming out of a tree.
Maybe clipping the tape.
Yeah.
So triple match point here.
Did they hit it?
I believe that he got it. That is a tough one. Quick two-setter there.
Wow. That's a display.
Congratulations to Michigan Shores.
Yes. Oaks and Djordjevic putting on a clinic.
For making this one happen. So that was a relatively quick match. I think what we are going to try to do is see if we can capture a little bit of the next match that's about to go on court 1 here.
More paddle.
Yeah, and we will take a quick break in the live stream. We're going to restart our little countdown timer, and we're going to be right back.
You got it.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI,
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho.
Look at it. The shiniest courts in the land, Michigan Shores. And I say in the land because we're close to the lake, so we have to be mindful of what the land is here. We're going a little country here with the track here. This is nice. Yeah, all right. Just grab yourself a, we are taking a little bit of chili, right? We've been doing a little chili here. We're still waiting. So we're back. If we're back on the air, we're still kind of waiting here at Michigan Shores. The historic, the bucolic Michigan. Hey, very good.
Thank you.
Cal. We started. The only other big word I know is that one, right? We're still waiting for our pairings, so we haven't received them yet. So that's why we're kind of taking a little break for a little chili con carne.
Unless
I know.
match
I think that match just ended, but let's see if they're going to do some double dipping here. They'll bring somebody over. The Red Rover. You didn't play that game? That's just before your time.
Coyote Ugly.
Big fella, yeah. That was my nickname in college. Or it was just ugly. I don't think it had anything. I don't think Coyotes had anything to do with it.
Wow.
You betcha.
Wow, I don't have a response to that.
Wait a minute. No pithy comeback?
Nope.
Okay, that's
you took
impressive.
care of that on yourself.
Yeah.
Who's playing on this track here? Who's ripping it on the guitar?
Some loser.
Wouldn't know him. He's underground.
I'm wondering if this is the one that has the solo on it. I doubt it, though. Let me see.
Is that a little slap bass going on?
It doesn't. It doesn't have it.
Do you play the bass as well, Sean?
No, I do
Okay.
not play the bass. I mean, can I play a bass? Yes. Do I play the bass? No, I do not.
So you're not, yeah.
No. I'm not playing this stuff anyway. Are you kidding? I don't play the guitar this well. I have to get people to help me with it. So this is Steve Roth, actually.
Yeah, well, not to take anything away from Mr. Roth, but I think you could do this with enough practice.
Well, I don't think that's nice of you to say.
Just
Checks in the mail.
Spend too much time
eating chili.
Eating chili.
You betcha.
Well, I don't take bets.
Okay, so you see, this is why I said that the court looked like a spaceship, because if you look at it, it's either got like a double set of headlights on it right now. Just look at it right there.
I mean, I see it. It's kind of like it looks like the eyes of the xenomorph there.
Right, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I see
a little key change here on this one. That's exciting. So that last match, and these things happen, when you're playing the world of paddle, you'll get a straight set win or a straight set loss. Generally, John and Brad are make things much more interesting, if not win. They've won a lot of matches, so sometimes it just happens, man. To even the best players out there. And definitely John and Brad are a couple of the best players out there. But I think Sasha and Danny were just a little too tough tonight.
Well,
so it looks like they're playing a little, they're still warming up here. I was going to say they may play a little practice game. We could get the play-by-play going here.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, I'm on my own now? Cal abandoned me? That's okay.
Don't call it a comeback.
There you go.
Been here for
You're
years.
back. Okay. All right.
Quite literally,
I don't mind
we're on
being
our second
abandoned.
year.
No, I don't. I've been ignored my whole life. It's not really a problem. Right?
Well,
Not a big deal.
we strive to be inclusive here at the CPTC live stream.
Never had a. Yeah. I do most of my dance routines alone anyway, so it's not a problem.
He's a big,
That's just big, period, is what it is.
yeah, big. I'm trying to. Who would you dance to? Who's your go-to? Maybe Pat Benatar. Shadows of the Night.
No, I wouldn't.
Taking you back. I haven't danced to that since high school.
You're not dancing to that in high school. You're too young to be
No, I'm
dancing.
saying you haven't danced to that
see.
since high school.
No, I wouldn't.
In your ballet troupe.
No.
I mean, they were great, though, that they really supported letting the...
Well, support was the name of the game, really, for me back in my youth to get into that costume. So.
Well, I think it was a thing at the shows where they'd say it's not over till the fat lady sings, so they wanted to make sure that they had one available to them to let everybody know that the show is over. So that's
exactly.
Sean Albrecht's little niche, let's call it.
No question about it. Of course, I wasn't quite. I was a little more svelte back then.
Svelte.
So it wasn't.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
They had to make the doors wider.
So this is going to be a pretty
For
good
the
match,
carts,
by the way.
not
If
for
this is the
you.
match we're calling, which I don't think it is. I think we're just because we don't even have the names of these guys, but it's a pretty good match here so far.
Well, I don't want to sound like Lionel Richie, but I don't want to be here all night long.
Okay. Let's see how cheesy we can make it. I think, by the way, there is some shredded cheddar over there for the chili. I didn't put it in though.
No, I was considering it for the last time, but
No.
then I didn't want to mix it out. I enjoyed my bowl of chili. Didn't want to.
No question.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. This guy's pretty consistent going up the tee with that serve, by the way. It's a nice looking forehand drive. He's trying to drive that one off the deck. That is ambitious. I mean, we could use other adjectives for it, but I'm going to call it ambitious. That's what I used to always call any shot that I would hit that maybe low percentage. So there's a game right there, by the way, to the far court.
Well, imagine this is actually just the match going on right now.
I
There's
know,
a possibility.
it probably is.
We're waiting for our field producer, Matt McClure, to get us the names and then give us the information. But otherwise,
well, we could go tennis. It's Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury. Not really. They're the number one doubles players in the world in tennis. So
back in 1999.
No. Literally
today.
Yeah.
Why, you keep up with your doubles?
I keep up with pretty much everything. Nice touch. Impressive going inside out with the backhand like that. That's not easy to do.
That's a real Sean Connery.
Sean
Look, if you don't get the reference, you don't get it. But he had a very questionable interview.
I was trying to keep it clean.
No,
Cal,
that's
yeah.
I'm talking
I know
about
what you're talking about.
his backhand technique.
Sounds like they're still waiting on a player.
Are they?
Yeah.
So we're still waiting on a
Still
player
waiting on a player
here.
from Michigan Shores. So this is actually Knollwood's courts 3 and 4 that are warming up at the moment.
Oh, are they?
And we're gonna give them another.
This is exciting, though. I'm kind of
give them
good.
another 10 minutes. Or
Yes.
We might have to pull a plug.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so just so everyone's clear, we're at 116 here. If we hit 126, it is going to be a black screen. No warning, but except for now. So start your timers. And don't forget that you are on the air here with Sean Albrecht and The Breeze.
All right, so I'm going to... The breeze. That's right. WBRZ, The Breeze.
The Breeze.
It's time for a little anecdotal story, maybe. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to talk. I'm going to give you a doubles match here. So I was playing this doubles match, and obviously you cannot let the ball hit your person when you play. And this guy that I was playing against, he holds his paddle really high in the saddle, so to speak, so that the butt cap of the grip is like an inch off of the heel of his palm. So literally a ball hit the top of the net, and he just put his paddle up to cover himself, and it literally hit the butt cap and went over and went on, and my partner went ballistic, like, hey, that doesn't count, it hit your hand. And I'm going, no, it didn't, it just hit. And I just laughed. I mean, first of all, it was 1 point. It was even early in the match, who cares? But I thought that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, because he didn't mean to do it. He looked up like, what happened? Like, I had no idea what was going on.
Right.
How can you not give it to him?
That's what happens 90% of the time I hit a shot.
It's
the
true.
looking around wondering what happened.
You know, there was a point in, and I know that I probably needed therapy in college, but that's another story altogether. But I'm going to tell you this much: there was a point where my coach thought, literally, I've got to get therapy for Sean, because every time I would go to the net, this is a tennis match, somebody would try a one-handed backhand roll cross court. It's such a pretty shot, I would just let it go. I mean, I'm serving and volleying. I could have actually reached out and hit the volley, but
Just
I let it go
appreciating the
because
scenery.
it was such a beautiful shot.
Well, you're preparing for your career as a commentator, just appreciating the shots.
It's nice of you to call it a career, Cal.
Well, you're no Timothy Galloway.
Wow. Tim Galloway. For those of you who didn't get that reference, inner game of tennis, inner game of golf, for that matter. I think he
With
wrote both those books.
with a, whatever you call it, the thing at the beginning by Pete Carroll of the Seattle Seahawks. But whatever college he was at before.
That would be USC, sir.
USC, yeah. I had a chance to read that book about a year and a half ago. It was very interesting.
This is a surprise to everybody, including me, because I wasn't even sure you were a reader.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I was recommended the inner game of tennis.
Looks like we've got a little bit of a personnel change here. Either somebody's coming on or somebody's coming off.
Might just be their court is ready somewhere else. God
Got
knows
it.
what's going on here. No, this looks like the match starting.
Is
Sean.
it? All right, this is exciting.
Well, we know nothing about them
No,
other
not a
than they're
thing.
very well dressed.
I'm going to let, you know what, I'm going to let you judge that because of, well, for obvious reasons. I mean, if you look at me and my ensemble, it's not exactly,
I think we're pretty much dressed the same. Black sweats, black shirt.
I didn't want to, I was just trying to get out of that gracefully, Cal, if there was such a thing. All right, no way.
Well, it's been lovely chatting with you all, but I think I'm going to have to hand the mic over to Coach McClure. No,
Really?
he's leaving.
No,
he's
out of
back.
there? He's back?
No, he's leaving.
That's all right.
This is like my childhood all over again. Sorry.
Coach, you're familiar with these guys?
Yeah, I am. Oh, you're not talking to me. Well, I am a coach.
Oh, you know what, Cal? I forgot about that.
I get called Coach Cal
You are a
over
Cal,
at the
yeah.
Exmoor Club due to my.
And they're not just being polite.
It's
most
been
of the
7
time.
years. How many years have you been coaching? Probably not 7.
That's a good point.
All right.
You bet. What's up, Dan? How you doing? Good to see you too. So stepping around to the microphone is a wonderful guest announcer, and be much more entertaining than me. The ratings are bound to increase now that Dan's going to be on the mic. And Dan, you're familiar with these guys, right? I'm assuming you're up.
I'm very familiar with these guys. From Knollwood, Dan Flagstad has been playing this game probably as long as I have. So that's
And
long.
Dan's on the near side, I want to say.
Dan's on the near side, on the right side there.
Gotcha. By the way, your headphones okay, sir?
Headphones
You getting a
seems
good, nice mix, okay? Not too loud?
Not too bad.
Okay, beautiful.
And I'm not familiar with his partner, but certainly familiar with our guys. We have Andy Goodrich, who we were fortunate enough to get from Winnetka this year to come on over to Michigan Church.
I've never seen Andy play.
Yeah,
But I've heard of him.
Andy is a very solid player, and he's got young Connor Cassis, who's in his second or third year here playing. So we got a mix of some veteran leadership and some youth.
Always drama with that stuff. Dan, that's kind of cool. All right, and so none of these guys have already played tonight, right?
None of these guys.
So nobody's
have played.
double dipping. Okay, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No,
Hey,
no.
I
Hey.
say when if you're in and you're in the right place, at the right time, why not?
Absolutely.
Join the fray.
It's
All right.
always fun to have you guys at Michigan Shores, though.
It's fun to be here, Dan. It's a great place. By the way, as a matter of fact, I'm just happy it's not snowing, even though that makes it a little bit more fun sometimes, depending on who you are. And my favorite are the lights, man. This is the brightest. I don't know if it's the brightest club, but to me it feels that way.
Well, they just made a change a couple of years ago.
Did they?
We used to have, teams used to be frustrated coming in and playing with us because of how dim they were. Of course, I thought that was a great home court advantage.
I thought so too, and we talk about the home court advantage all the time, wherever we go, and that's definitely one of them. But no, they're awesome. They're awesome. These lights are awesome.
So hopefully we'll have a fast warm-up here and get into paddle action.
It's going to be awesome. So, now have you played with and against pretty much everybody out there?
I've played with and against everybody except for Dan's partner. Right now, you're keeping me busy because I've been on the IR for most of this year.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. What happened to you?
I have a knee issue. We're trying to get to the bottom of a meniscus issue. So, you would think 20-something years of paddle probably has helped push that along.
I don't know. I think it's good for it. A lot of people say differently, but then again, you can always visit our sponsor, Illinois Bone and Joint Institute.
There you go. There you go.
This is one of the reasons why we love having them as a sponsor, and not to mention Wintrust. So you can, check your balance and check your balance.
Well,
I don't know.
If I can throw an infomercial in for Dave Robb, who's an orthopedic surgeon for Illinois Bone and Joint. He plays out of Birchwood.
Wow!
And
awesome.
when I was trying to play on one leg there about 6 weeks ago, he looked at me and told me that I was in a little bit of trouble based on his
diagnosis. Yeah, wow, Dr. Robb. And it usually. Did you really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob's a great guy.
Yes.
Outside of the fact he is a avid Michigan fan, and I try not to see him this time of year with his team winning like that.
You're not a Wolverine fan there, Dan?
No, I'm unfortunately been born a Notre Dame fan. And,
nothing wrong with that.
That's they're a conflict of
There's no question about that. No, I have family, 3 family members that are Notre Dame grads, so difficult for me not to root for Notre Dame.
We could easily turn this paddle podcast into a Notre Dame football podcast and talk about recruiting.
No question about it. Yeah, well, I can't root for Michigan either. Both my kids went to Indiana.
So my son graduated a couple years ago from Indiana.
Is that right?
We went last night to the North Carolina game.
Oh, wow.
It was exciting, yeah.
That is. Yeah, they're going to be good this year. Anyway, so, well, this court's been a curse so far for the opposite team.
So Dan Flagstad told me,
yeah,
because he was giving me some helpful advice with my challenging knee situation, that he's got 2 new knees going this game.
He does?
From the off season, yeah.
Wow. Now, what kind of rehab, I mean, not to talk Illinois bone and joint, but what kind of rehab are we talking about when you get a new knee? It always just blows my mind because, years ago, and I'm older than the average bear, it took quite a while to rehab a knee replacement. There's no question about it. Now it seems like a matter of weeks. It's nuts.
Well, fortunately, I'm guessing the technology's gotten better. These doctors are fantastic. I think that from what Dan told me is that, your first couple weeks are really difficult.
Sure.
But after that, with good physical therapy and such, because that's what they line you up with, and I think you're walking literally almost the same day. So.
That is amazing. Yeah, I heard the same thing. Like they literally don't want any static. Sorry, Cal, I was in your way there. Cal needs his hydration. By the way, so Dan, you noticed we were pointing out the fact that the court looks like it's had a Swiffer taken to it. It's just so shiny.
We, with the help of the membership, they resurfaced these courts over the year. Yeah, over the summer.
Well, they look great. It's awesome. There's as a matter of fact, these are. I want to say this as in complimentary a way as possible. They're the shiniest courts I've ever seen.
Oh,
they're so nice. Yeah.
We were also fortunate to pull that first match out. If you're a Michigan Shores
Yes. Yep.
That was some pretty good paddle, high-level paddle.
No question about it, and I think Sasha and Dan did a great job.
They really did a good job of controlling, I thought, the tempo and the net.
No question. And I don't think they let Brad and John back in it either. They just pretty much kept the pressure on them.
And Brad and John are accomplished players with a ton of offense.
No question.
Tough to slow those guys down.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I think they were trying to grind it, but I just don't think Sasha and Dan let them. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Well, we'll get rolling. So it's Dan Flagg. Is it Mike Laocano? Laocano? That's
Lacano's his
last name? Yeah. Lacano.
Mike Loyocano.
Well, cool.
And I know that they had called up a couple of young athletes here.
Is that right?
They were missing a couple of people due to some other things, so he could be one of them.
So you know what? Early in the season, it's amazing. Well, then again, we are near. I don't want to say we're in the middle of the holiday season, but we kind of are, in a way. So, schedules get to be what they are. Matt and I were at Lakeshore, and, especially my first year there, and I was a part-time instructor there under Matt, who was the director. And I probably subbed more right after Thanksgiving than I did all year No question about it. Because there's people, especially people that wanted to go out of town or they just had things to do. So,
and it's always fun to play up,
Oh, yeah.
You get to see some different style of play, and
oh, yeah.
Sometimes you get to ruin somebody's Thursday night because after you beat them, you can tell them what your PTI is.
And they love hearing that, yeah. I can't believe we beat. Yeah, how did we? It is. I thought you were better than that. Yeah, I've heard that before. I think we're ready to go here.
Well,
Where are we?
They certainly look warmed up.
Well, it is 30 degrees out right now, so something like in the 20s with the wind chill. We were commenting earlier, Dan, that it was like 32, but it felt like 36, so technically that's a heat index.
Yeah.
Which is wacky, but that was the actual fact there.
With the fact, I mean, we have the lake about 150 yards away. Sometimes you get some lake effect stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you got Cal just punched on the shotgun mic. That was nice of you, Cal. We're not even ready to go yet, Cal, but you're on it. All right. Yeah, they got to be warmed up.
I think part of the reason why we have this delay is the first match went a little quick.
It's true.
These guys didn't think they were coming on till 8:15.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Do we have any idea who won the Court 2 match?
You know, I don't. That was probably played over here. Oh, no, over there. Don't know. I did get a chance to watch. I want to say that was Sam. Is that Sam O'Malley, by the way?
Sam O'Malley is.
Yeah, Don's kid.
Player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice kid too. Yeah, Don. I don't know Don as well as I know one of Don's friends very well, and that's Bruce Harris, a guy named Bruce Harris. And Bruce, by the way, if Bruce ever decided, I don't even know if he plays paddle, but if he ever decided to play paddle, he'd be a problem for a lot of people. Left-hander, really talented rackets guy. Awesome tennis player.
So this has to be about 15 years ago. Ray Murphy asked me to play on his Bath and Tennis Series 1 team, and I was a Court 4 guy. That he'd call me up. I'd get Don O'Malley as a partner.
Oh wow!
And we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy, great personality. Talented dude. I mean, you can't really get better than that. When I say that, I mean as an experience. I don't know. Always, the best thing about paddle to me or platform tennis is sometimes it's who you're playing with.
For sure.
And the guys you're playing against even. And, yeah, I've known Ray. As a matter of fact, here's a funny thing about Ray. Ray was one of my coaches when I was a junior. And one of the best coaches I ever had, by the way.
He's
tennis
a phenomenal teacher.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And anybody that works with him in paddle tennis is, bragged about that.
Oh, yeah.
My wife plays paddle and has had some lessons with Ray and has just been very impressed.
He's excellent. Yeah, just first rate the whole way through. Always about fundamentals. Always preached mechanics. Guy was incredible shape. Always he was like a yogi. I mean, when we stretched out at the beginning of our group, it was like he was the one leading the stretching. And I still didn't get the hang of it, but that doesn't matter. I'm still pulling all sorts of stuff. Still have back issues. Don't look at me that way, Cal. You get older, you'll understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Ray now is working full-time pickloball.
Is he? You know what? That does not surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. As big as pickleball's gotten, I'm the one of the Midwest Territory reps for Yonex, and we just came out with a pickleball paddle. But then again, we're one of about 500 different brands that are out there. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's just sports taking over. It's not like platform tennis has taken a dive, though. I mean, it's still getting as popular as it ever has. Matter of fact, the last coach. Let's see, I was coaching their 17 team, Lakeshore 17 team, and I get a lot of complaints from guys who would come out and say, "Listen, man, I've been doing this playing platform for 4 years. This guy comes out and he played college tennis. He just was so much better than we. He was so much better than us in about 4 months."
Yeah, and then next year he's on Series 4.
Exactly.
You know, our own Eddie Trapp, who I've been able to, he's playing Court 2 out here tonight.
Yeah.
He's now 24 years old. You know,
Wow.
he was playing
Eddie Trapp, yes.
He was playing Series 26 a couple of years ago. And then I got to play with him. His dad, George, has been a teammate of mine forever, and we'll play pickup. And I said, George, we got to get him on our team. And so we worked a lot in the summer over the following season, and we were able to get him to play on our team last year, Series 4.
I know exactly who he is.
You did one of our matches.
Exactly. I know exactly who he is, too. I just realized his last name was Trapp. And boy, is he amazing considering he started out at 26. Because we were just marveling at the idea. They were like, well, somebody's sandbagging because there's no reason that this guy's Series 26. There's just no way.
But to your point, it really doesn't matter what series you're on anymore because these are the guys that are coming into the league every year.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right. That's a good question. Let's see. I'm going to say Mike. That would be my guess. There you go.
Good lob.
All right, well, I would buckle your seatbelts. I think this is going to take a while.
Well, I know that Dan Flagstad likes to play long points as a guy who also likes to play long points, but our guys are going to sit back and grind as well, so this will be a good match.
No question. And I'm going to say it's maybe, oh, he's there. What again? Oh.
Good flick there from
Super
Connor.
First point. So this has got to be Mike Laucano
Yes.
serving here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, low 15. Wow, I was going to say he's going for an oblique angle. I mean, get your protractors out.
Sometimes after you have a 25 hit point, you can fault the next one.
No question. Hey, smooth. Tell you what, it's gonna work. He's there. What again? He's gonna take that off the deck, and he almost hit it too hard. Sometimes you can do that.
Great get by Andy to get back to that ball.
Yeah. With the music in the background, Dan, I feel like we're working at an oldies station.
It's hopping here in the Michigan Shores.
Oh, it worked. All right, 30-15. Laucano and Flagstad seem to be settling in.
That's a
It's
tough
nice
ball.
shot. Not an easy ball to hit either.
And that was set up well from Connor's lob.
No question.
Got him back. They hit a soft overhead, and Andy jumped on it.
Now, it's mentioned before how many guys are getting into platform that play tennis before, but sometimes, and just talking from a coaching standpoint, it's actually easier to bring somebody into the fold that has never had like formal racket skills because they just don't have any tennis habits to modify, if you will.
Yep. And therefore they come in with a defensive mindset.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of something to be said. What's great about our sport is you can play some of these top tennis guys
Yes.
by just having good volleys and a discipline to not miss.
Exactly.
And every level that can help you win some matches.
No question. Where if you know where you need to be, pretty much from shot to shot, you can win a lot of matches.
And it helps to have a partner that buys into the same strategy.
No question, Dan. No question. Teammates. All right, add in here.
He's come back nice with that serve. That's a very good serve.
Really good kick. It's a good location. And you hit it just hard enough, Dan. It's funny. We talk about kick serves just being hit hard enough where you've got to either you don't know whether to let it go or you take it off the deck, whether you let it go to the screen. Sometimes a perfect pace will give somebody just enough of a curveball or whatever where they're not really sure what to do with it, and then they just flinch, and the next thing you know, they miss their return. Because sometimes the harder you hit it, it's much easier. You already know you're going to take it off the screen. It's already a foregone conclusion. Yeah, you were going to say something?
For sure. There are guys that actually aim for the seam.
Yes.
And if they bring enough pace,
Yeah.
you're lucky to just boot it back.
Yeah, you're right. We were broadcasting the charities event, and this kid Tyler Frazier. I don't know if you know, is
phenomenal. Perfect
example of that. That kid's kick serve is just radar into the seam. It's amazing. That, and he never missed a cutter. We must have done about 4 matches of his. He didn't miss one cutter. All right, 15 Love. Or I should say Love 15, excuse me.
I think Tyler and Adam have a great chance of bringing the first national championship to Chicago.
I agree. I totally agree. They were in it. I mean, Johan Durant in that match, because we covered it, that final match, he just didn't miss a ball.
No.
I mean, he was unbelievable. And I guess you gotta get used to the fact he's going to do that. But it was 3 sets. It's not as though they weren't in it. I agree with you.
It's hard to get Johan uncomfortable, but I feel like Tyler and Adam have in the past.
I agree. And when they did win the set, they won it convincingly. So I was just going to say Connor's speed, you just realize young Lexman got back there with no problem
Connor's a very good athlete. Connor was a football and lacrosse star.
I was just going to say, it looks like a lax guy to me.
Yeah.
Because my kid played lacrosse. Wow. Yeah, that's a great sport. As a matter of fact, my alma mater, that's about the only sport that we do pretty well. I went to Hofstra.
Oh, yeah. That's a
New
big
York.
lacrosse play.
Oh, yeah.
I wish lacrosse was bigger when I was in high school.
Is that right?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, well, just
very
mostly
different.
East Coast. Mostly East Coast. Yeah. And it's gotten huge. I mean, Big Ten's getting into it more. Indiana's got a team, getting a team.
Yep.
It's amazing. And for girls, too, by the way.
Oh, girls is taken off big time.
Nice dig. That's a good spin. Wow. I tell you what, he's got a knack for that, Andy does.
Great
Knocking that
lob
ball
again
down.
by Connor.
Look at this. Still in it. No, any shoulder high forehand, I tell you what, he can just kind of just hit these laser beams down at the feet of the net players. It's amazing. Not easy to do. Get out. Oh, great point, though.
Phenomenal point. Would have been better had Michigan Shores won that. Just saying.
You could be partial. It's late enough. It's after a certain hour.
Harry Carey never won.
All right, 15:30. It's a good idea. Andy didn't like that toss. You only get one. You may as well make it a good one. That caught. It's stabbed there on the backhand side. A little and wide, technically. So 30 all. Still hanging in.
So when I was asking you before about court 2, thinking their match was over, they're in a
Yes.
third set down there.
So that's still going over there.
That doesn't bode well for our 10 o'clock curfew, thanks to the village of Wilmette.
That's got to be difficult. Some of
Yeah.
the ladies' leagues was funny. They were saying they were thinking about playing no ad, and I'm thinking, okay. I mean, it's not a bad idea just to get the, but I've never heard anybody playing no ad paddle.
You know, you bring up a good point. Like, we should think about for Michigan Shores maybe a 10-point tiebreaker. When
Yes, for a third, or just
because of the curfews, because
Yeah.
no one's going to want to have the lights go out. We have another match going on after that.
Exactly. All right, we're back to deuce here.
Back to deuce. These are games you want to grind out and win. Momentum is big in this game.
Exactly. It's deuce. Sorry. Good move. I tell you what, Locano, that was a smart move. Just anticipating that waterfall attempt.
He cheated up the line.
He did.
Took it on the short hop.
I don't want to say anything disparaging about the Michigan Shores team, Dan, but I just want to give him a compliment there. It's going in.
You're just trying to balance it out, and I get that. I respect it.
Appreciate that. And they fight back.
Back to deuce.
Yeah, you know what? This probably should have been the first match. I like Andy's shoes, too. Maybe that's just not for me to say, but
Oh, yeah.
the lights go out, you're going to
Stylish.
see those things.
Good hands.
Real good hands. Oh,
He was there.
Deserve better than that. Good move, though. Good idea. See if they can fend off another break point here. It's great first volley.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a good move, too. All right.
Good start for the Knollwood squad.
Exactly.
A couple of nice long games, up 2-zip.
Well, it's not a break until you hold, Dan. You know, that's what they say.
Well, what's interesting strategically, you know, you're Michigan Shores, and you've played 2 really good games, I think.
Yes.
You just have nothing to show for it. What can you do to get them uncomfortable?
That's a good point. That's really what platform is all about anyway, making everybody else uncomfortable. Jeez, there it is. I don't think he's missed one of those. Shoulder high.
That can make you uncomfortable.
No question about it. No, I was going to say he's got that's that forehand I was talking about. Shoulder high. For some reason, he just has a knack for being able to drive it pretty flat too.
And he's a really good, fun guy to play with. His head's always in the game, and he always takes the right shots.
There's it is again.
You know, you're going to leave him a short ball, he's going to hit it.
Yeah.
You know, you hit him a soft one down the middle, you're trying to bait him, he's going to lob it and try to get you out of position.
Exactly. Percentages. All right, 15-30. All. Flagstead holding steady there with that
Flat
serve.
stick.
Yeah.
And 2 new knees.
Wow. Yeah, he's bionic. I don't think that's even fair, Dan. I think it is.
We should probably hit a couple drop shots.
Exactly. See how it's going. Yeah. See how that rehab's going.
See how
Yeah.
Illinois Bone and Joint is performing.
Exactly. It's cold enough. Why not? Well, you got a break point here. Maybe.
Good talk. Good talk, boys.
Awesome. Sit. Nope. Yeah, it's in there. Oh!
Yeah, there's the drop shot.
I say he deserved it there. Yeah. He didn't have to run for it, though. That's the idea.
We're on serve now. Let's see what we can do here.
Exactly. As I said, it's not a hold till you, not a break till you hold, I should say. I had an old coach say that sometimes it's actually a good idea to make him try to get the drop shot. Don't want to hit a drop shot winner, just wear him down a little bit.
Wear him down?
Yep.
And then get it to a third set? That's a good
Exactly.
strategy.
Exactly. Drop shots don't have to be perfect. Just good enough. All right. So technically on serve here.
Now, one of the things Connor, before he serves, I think he potentially could have one of the best serves
Is that right?
going for us in a short time that he's been playing, only a couple of years.
Oh, wow, yeah. So what is it about, so there was a kid at, matter of fact, I believe he's the Duke coach's cousin or
Yeah?
nephew. His name is Cody Shire.
Yep.
And he's got the same kind of, athletic build and the same kind of athletic, talent, and he hits the same kind of serve, where he's got this kind of natural kick serve, and it's real live, real lively. Oh, great shot, by the way.
Well, the first thing, I'm the last guy that's going to give serving advice because I go underhand.
Yeah.
And I'm a non-tennis guy, just try and keep it low and get in. But if you got a weapon like Connor's, it's helpful because you can move that from, backhand jam to down the middle, move them.
Absolutely. You just got to locate it. It's a little easier on the ad side, generally speaking. Because whether you go wide or down the middle, you're still in business. When you hit what we would call a kick serve out wide on the deuce side, you're actually playing into somebody's hand, especially if they're right-handed.
For sure. But it all comes back to the first volley, no matter what you have.
No question. It's nice. It was a good drive by Locano. All right, 30 all. I don't think we've had a game that has not gone to 30 all.
Yeah, this has the makings of a really long match, doesn't it?
No question. It's a good waterfall. He's there. Move in. Flagstad set that whole thing up with that lob, by the way.
Mike is hurting us with that forehand.
Yep. But I'm telling you, I think part of it might, that stayed into that bit. But I think the lob from his partner, Flagstad's, can make it setting a lot of that up. All right, so they got the break back here, but again, got a hold to maintain it.
So right now, Knollwood likes the pace of this play.
Yep.
They like feeding Mike's forehand. And Michigan Shores has got to figure out a way to not let him see as many.
Exactly. Well, at least when he's serving, he's coming in, so he's not going to be driving the ball. Got to keep the...
And try and stay away from fast airs.
Exactly. Well, Andy did the right thing. The old ratio. You don't want to miss 2 returns in a row. Yeah, sometimes you try to make the lob a little too perfect.
I think that Knollwood's playing really well with Ozzy going on in the background.
I was just going to say, yeah.
We might want to change the tunes back here.
No question. We'll go, I don't know, we switch genres. I thinking R&B or smooth jazz, something. Good lob. There we go.
There we go.
So that was smart.
Good things happen in long points, typically.
Absolutely. All right, so 30-15. Speed. He's there in plenty of time. Nice. Playing steadier. 30 all.
I think trying to grind and play longer points. You know, Mike has the most damaging athletic rips on the court. You gotta
Definitely. Looks like a tennis player, by the way.
Yep.
And I mean that stroke-wise, not just in his appearance. Nice dig out of there. Good lob. Yeah, all day.
Trying to change the depth of the lob.
Yep.
And the height of the lob is important.
No question.
So that they get different looks like that.
Exactly. Not only that, I think it's a good idea for Connor too, even if he just chips a drive every so often.
Yeah,
just to show him a drive. Yep.
It also has to bring him to the net.
Exactly. Make him build a wall, at least get him some movement, because they're going to, well, look at that.
See there, do you believe my theory now? You play a 20 hit point or more, you get a
little
fault.
something out of your legs. Yeah, absolutely. Back to deuce. That's a good lob. Andy was looking to drive that one. That was just a super reset by Dan Flagstone.
So if Connor wants to open up Andy's forehand, right?
Yeah.
He's got to lob directionally.
Yes. Which is a little tougher, but he'll get used to it. He's a good athlete.
It is hard.
It's good communication there. Oh, gets the nick right when he needs to. I tell you what.
4-1 Knollwood.
Talk about apropos, just the right place at the right time. How do you get a nick right there for game point to go up 4-1? Well, again, the way things are going,
we just, the Michigan Shores guys are looking for a little momentum shift.
Exactly. And I think they'll get it. I wonder what, I don't even say it works one way or the other when you get one side or the other in platform. It's not like tennis where, the wind's going one way or the other. But sometimes I find it easier to serve from some sides, certain sides, because of the way the lights are. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes I just feel like I'm a little more comfortable serving from one side, or returning, for that matter, from one side.
And everybody has their own things.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they're going I formation here.
And that's a good adjustment for us. Is, give them a different look.
Good shot, he's there. In plenty of time. Unbelievable. He jogged over there. That's some speed.
Mike does a good job of finding his forehands. He works for it.
Yep. He's missed the idea. right. I like the communication.
Great communication.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just stay on the same page.
The key is to know who's got what side.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's easier. You don't always have to go Aussie. Sometimes it's easier when you're at the net. If you're clear that you're coming to your partner's left hip, and the partner can come out as far as he wants.
Absolutely.
Then he has a defined geography, and so do I.
No question. That's a tough ball. It's good
Tomahawk, yeah.
Exactly. Try to bait him into hitting that shot. That's just a tough ball for anybody. All right, 30 love. Looking good for Michigan Shores here. Wow, great hands. Again, unbelievable. Wow.
That was a great point.
Battle of attrition, amazing. Yeah, super hands from Goodrich, wow. Again, it's a smart drive. He got it.
Andy made the right choice there to let that ball go through.
Exactly.
Instead of trying to volley that from no man's land.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the great thing about platform. The quicker you react, the quicker you make the right decision, the easier the next shot is.
And now make them work.
I'd also like to see Connor defer to Andy for a forehand drive every so often.
Yep.
For some of those resets or quasi resets, only because you got to show him a drive, show him something different right there. Well, that was a little deep for a drive, but you get the idea.
I do, and I liked your idea a few minutes ago, just to chip drive.
Show him something. In any kind of anything's different from a lob. Any kind of a drive or even a poke. We sometimes call that a poke, or even a little slice.
Because they can play off the net knowing these guys aren't driving.
Of course. Yeah, that's exactly right. I like that. Oh.
Good movement.
Absolutely.
When you see your opponent back up on one of these Connor lobs,
yes,
I'd love to see Andy just get into that.
No question. Do a little blitz.
Well, and jump up.
Yeah, just set up for something offensive.
Right.
No question about it. Matter of fact, I've mentioned many times to students where, hey, look, coach, my drive isn't that good. Hey, it's not going to get any better if you don't start hitting it. So let you go ahead and we will give it a shot, even if you're missing it. Obviously, we're playing a match here. You don't want to miss too many of them, but we got to show that, and you got to get used to it. There it is. There it is. There it is. That was a lot of patience there. Awesome. All right. So back in the saddle here for Michigan Shores.
Puts a little bit of pressure on Knollwood here to hold 4-2.
Absolutely. And there have been plenty of breaks in this set, so nothing's written in stone here. Flagstad taking his time. Don't blame him.
Flagstad is a great competitor and a gentleman.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's just waiting for everybody to get off the court there.
Flagstad's also a Notre Damer.
Is he really?
That's why I gave him that shout out.
I knew there was something there, Dan. I was not that it was uncharacteristic. You're a very nice guy, but I just figured, where did that come from? Now I know. Now I get it. That was big of you to admit that, too. To the tens of people that are listening right now. All right.
Is this usually bonus coverage for you guys?
You know what? We don't usually get this. Yeah, we just get one match usually a night, and that's it. This is bonus. Total bonus. I'm loving it. Yeah. we don't get to close the place down, and hopefully we get to. Hopefully we get the match in though. Good lob. Oh yeah, look at the oh, not an easy shot. Almost looked like he set up to drive the ball. Difficult to change gears.
I think that's exactly what happened. Is he saw a drive and then he said, "I'd rather."
Yeah,
it was a drop.
Exactly. Happens to the best of us. Good lob.
Do you need any liquid? Water?
That's a great shot.
There you go, Andy.
Once again, seizing the opportunity for the drive on that short, relatively short anyway, reset. Awesome shot, 15 all. We got Warren Zevon now in the back. I'm just getting flashbacks now, Dan.
Maybe Flagstad is too, which would be helpful.
Good lob. It's a nice roller. Good pace. Got away with that one. You know what? Sometimes the tweener. That's what I call it sometimes. Not necessarily.
But again, to your point, he drove the ball.
Exactly.
He gave him a different look.
Exactly. But I'm not even sure that. Well, I probably was staying in. I think I would have bit, but it's just something different. Good lob. Set. Screen drive. There you go.
Connor has a two-hander. He's just not hitting it probably because he hasn't been playing a lot lately. But
it's so funny. You said, look at this. This, I tell you what, he is just automatic with that forehand drive. Goodrich, unbelievable. Well, I was going to say he's a lacrosse player. Probably has a massive two-hander if he needs to hit one. Well, that caught the back edge of the line. That serve anyway. I love it. Another good one. He's getting that 7-day touch, as we like to say on the golf course. So, you know,
I could use some of that for my short game.
That's the off-season, Dan. We don't need it now, unless you're going away or something. Look at this again. I mean,
Andy has decided that I'm going to hit some more drives.
Exactly. Anything down the center, fair game, and they're back in it. 4-3, awesome. Michigan Shores fighting back. You guys, you have a mascot, like the Breeze or something?
Dave Clarkson's our mascot.
Dave Clarkson. Okay. The Waves. You guys are the Waves.
Dave just came in my ear telling me to tell you the Rooster story. We used to have a rivalry with Evanston. And this goes back years. And
I can't wait to hear this story.
The losing team had to kept the cock.
Oh, really? Okay, so there was a rooster. Okay. Gotcha. I got
probably somewhere in the Shawnee Pub Bar still.
Got to resurrect that tradition. That's kind of a cool thing. That's good. Pulled it off. Nice touch. Good movement. I tell you what, this is just a great point.
Yeah.
Just really, you know what?
I think the young legs are starting to come out too.
I think so.
You know, I like us in a grind match.
Good first volley. Yeah. Release a shot. That's a good flex for Flagstad. It's not an easy shot either. In at his left hip like that. Still pulled up.
He's not going to beat himself.
No. Yeah, that's good lobbing. It's funny. That's one thing about platform. You're up. You can be up in the set. And you're still grinding.
Correct.
It's like you think, oh well, no, we can be offensive. Not necessarily. No, not at all. 15 all. Yeah, what a get. It's pretty good coverage here. Great lob. Yeah.
But they, try and extend some points and tire Danny out a little.
They seem to be doing that. That's a good waterfall. He
Great get from Dan.
took a 2-screener there. That was smart. Oh, just poor communication.
I got it. You got it.
You bet. All right, 30-15. Another opening here for Michigan Shores. I'm going to hit that. Oh, it's going to work. Yeah, it's just athletic ability to pull that half volley off. That was not an easy shot.
Well, when I was going to also say, sometimes when you hit those big serves like that,
Just long.
you don't come to the net
No.
as quickly.
No, he'll learn that. 30 all. Great volley.
Great stuff.
What a great volley. Super. Yeah, perfect pace too. All right. Point
Chance
to hold
it.
for 4 all, yeah.
Chance to hold.
That bit. That's a good lob. You saw that coming. That was a great lob. Flagstad, he's the one who set that whole thing up. Not necessarily that Mike's drive was overpowering, but it just pushed Connor back just enough. Back to Deuce. Way to cut that off, Andy.
Yep.
That's a smart play. It's not like he's going down the line very often. May as well pick. Even though it is a forehand volley, just pick it off.
Another chance here.
You bet. Very good first ball. Yeah. Skywalking. Just bail. He stays there. Look at him.
Unbelievable volley there.
Unbelievable. All right, was that advisable? Not necessarily, but you know what? Got to give him credit. He stood his ground.
It almost just looked like he set him up for that, because I was thinking, why would you hit a soft overhead to
Good
Mike?
point. It's a good point. It's a
And
good
Mike,
point. Yeah.
that-
And he really wasn't in a position to rip that at him either.
Connor
Dan.
loves the net, and he loves people to challenge his hands.
Yeah, notice that, especially on the back, that backhand side. He was steady. All right, 4-4. Totally different ball game now. Yeah, let's see if Michigan Shores can follow the momentum here. That's good rolling. Nice screen drive.
These guys are playing hard.
Yeah, nothing like tying up the score at 4. Get everybody pumping. All right, 15, Love. Laucano to serve again. Oh, you know what? You take them when you can get them.
It's clean living.
Yep. Good reset. Oh, yeah. Another good reset.
Michigan Shores has got to try and find the semblance of offense from the back court.
Absolutely. That is a really good idea right there. It's almost akin to a drop shot or a little dink in tennis, where if it's just kind of a neutral reset, you just kind of dink it in front of the deep player. See if you can set something up. That's a good sit. Oh, try to cut it a little too close. All right, 40 love. No, we're playing smart. Well, that caught. Ricci's there. Look at the lob. Right there, you may as well drive it.
Yeah, or and a little off speeder.
Exactly. It's not like you'd have to drive it hard, just smooth. Well, still in it. They can hold to keep it going.
Andy serving.
Wow. Smoke on the water.
This is what Andy likes.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's like his walk-up song. In
Is it really? Okay. It's like an old Comiskey.
See?
That worked out.
He had extra sauce on that.
No question. Dan took a swipe at that thing. Took his cut, so to speak. 15 love. Good. Tell you what, I'm just really impressed with the discipline of the toss for Goodrich, because
Yeah,
I mean
he gets
he's
it
done
out
that
in front of him, right? He
Yeah,
gets
but
it
if
out
he
in front.
misses it, he has no compunction about catching it and tossing it again, and he really hasn't missed very many, if any, serves at all.
No.
That was a great overhead.
That
One of those, do we take it on two screens or not? I don't know. That's difficult. 30 love.
And ever since they made this Aussie adjustment, it's really kept Knollwood off balance.
No question. Yeah, it's because it's almost as if making Flagstad, you actually got to figure out where you want to put this thing, because anywhere you put it, basically Connor's going to get a reach on it. 40 love. Wow. That stay in? No, he missed it. That's game.
We're
Fives.
Five
Double
apiece.
nickels. Unbelievable. You bet. I'm calling a breaker right now, Dan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of can feel it, man. I shouldn't be saying that, but I just feel a breaker. Just the way the momentum's going on both sides. Nice dig. That's a great roller from Mike O'Connell. That was beautiful. Not too hard. Dies in the corner. Even Connor with his speed would have trouble getting back there and getting that thing in. 15 love.
I think Michigan Shore's key to winning is going to be some offense.
Wow.
They have got to find like
that.
from the back
Yes.
court.
Yes.
More of that from Connor, more Andy forehands.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think these guys are missing many overheads. Just
No.
on
No, they're machines. And honestly, everybody's playing pretty high percentage paddle with the overhead. Not taking too many chances. I haven't seen too many just all-out swings. Not too many cutter or just crazy attempts. I'm telling you, he's good at that.
And he just set Andy up with that Tommy. That's
Yep.
very good.
Again. Sit. It's going to work. Oh, not a bad idea, though.
Good idea. Just
Gotta set up
take
for
a
it.
higher percentage on that.
I'm wondering if he's got a two-hander, why he could actually take it off the screen with two.
Yep. But I like how he's mixing it up now.
Absolutely, Dan. No question. All right, 30-15. Lob.
Now you want to see like a pitcher throwing a changeup, that little roller, two-handed drive.
Exactly. Nice get off the screen there. Not an easy scrape. Yeah, great lob. That was a good, even better reset there. Thought he had him for maybe a possible drive attempt there.
Say that was a great lob.
Awesome. 30s. Tell you what, they're putting the pressure on him.
You know my long point theory on serves.
Let's see if it holds again. Well, he got that one in, but still, it barely made it. Shot. Oh, I was going to say screen drive maybe a little bit there. Shot. Well, there. Oh, not a bad idea though.
Just commit.
Exactly. Exactly. Just wasn't quite 100% sure. All right, 40-30. It's a good lob. That'll work. He's there.
Oh, yeah.
Good way to swing it. Another one. That's unbelievable.
That's great. Great play.
Awesome.
Connor's
Really
really
good
been
pace.
lobbing well tonight.
No question. The overheads, especially into the seam, into the corner, great pace. Ball's just dying in there. Sometimes it's not even a matter of whether you can play it, it's whether you can play it in time. Nice. Wow. Way to back up, though, Connor. I tell you what, I don't know how long he's been playing, but it took me a lot longer than however long he's been playing for me to get that down. Anything into the seam, moving over and covering for your partner like you just did there.
Well, he's so fast, sometimes he can be out of position and he
still get there.
recovers.
Yeah, you're right.
We've made Andy a backhand player this year. When I went down with an injury,
is that right?
You know, we have a lot of deuce guys.
Yeah.
Andy's a fabulous deuce partner, and he doesn't play ad a lot at all.
Well, he's doing great.
And he's played half his matches this year now playing ad, and he's doing a great job doing it.
He is. He doesn't look uncomfortable at all. As a matter of fact, he looks like he's been there for a long time, especially that last.
Very important for the players out there to learn to play both sides.
No question.
I always joke with my wife because she plays paddle, and on her teams that she's played over the years, people play deuce, people play ad. She plays more deuce, a lot more deuce. And I always said to her, you know, everybody's got to play both sides.
Yeah, I totally agree. Couldn't agree more. Matter of fact, you think about it, you're going to get out of position. Like right here. Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable play.
I was going to say, you're going to get out of
Andy was like a
position.
cat right there. So this is ad Michigan Shores, right?
It is. This is a huge point. And Flax
That was
Jack
a money serve.
I know. I was just going to say, creases one right up the middle on a tough break point opportunity. That's impressive.
Connor's got life. You can see just the way he's hopping around there.
Oh yeah. It's a good lob. It's a good waterfall. He's there. Good take. Tell you what, it's great he can use that two-hander at the last second.
And adjust.
Yep.
You know, it helps to just, they know where the balls are going, right?
Yep.
With a lot of experience, you know when they're hitting it, where it's going to go.
Exactly. It's all early preparation, you're right. great lob. Whoa, look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It feels like a set point.
Do you
It's
feel
funny.
like a Rocky movie right now
Totally.
with Mick saying the body, the body, the body rock? Just
Yeah.
make Dan hit about 10 more of these. It'll help if we go third set.
Tell you what, keeps going like this. I don't know how we make it to a third, but
We don't. We
you're
don't.
absolutely right. Another one. Tell you what, they're just covering the seam like a blanket. That's awesome. It's impressive.
But I'd love that little roller that you've been talking about.
Yes.
A Connor two-handed roller backhand off the screen.
Off the screen, absolutely.
Right.
That might be a screener. There we go. You got some pace on it. Oh, you're kidding. You are kidding. You are kidding. Unbelievable.
Great play. Great play.
Unbelievable.
That might go on your top 10 Paddle Night American points.
Tell you what, we got
right?
3 minutes to fill. We'll just put that point on.
That
was
could be like
unbelievable.
a commercial for
Oh, no question. Oh, no question. That was amazing. The funny thing is, it's a 6-5. Like I was going to say, it felt like a set point. It's 6-5. So let's see
And
if
now we go to close it out here.
Exactly. It's impressive. All right, collect himself here. Let's see how he does. Young legs. He's still in there. Wow. Dan Flagstead went after that return. What a shot. What a pickup from Goodrich. Amazing. Unbelievable. Baited him into that top.
Wow. I'll tell you, the volleying that Andy and Connor are doing to fight off a couple of these drives that these guys are hitting is impressive.
Absolutely. All right, 15 love. Just uncharacteristic. He hasn't missed a serve all set. And then right there. Well,
Gotta
15 all.
Flush it.
Exactly. It's a great return. Wow. Tell you what I was going to say, just think mechanically. And again, I'm not rooting for one person or the other, but finally, Flagstead finally turned his shoulders on a forehand. Because that's probably what he wasn't doing before.
He's starting to hit it, right?
Yep. And then what does Mike do? Kind of arms one into the net. It's like you just think, just don't forget your mechanics. 30 all. Tell you what a great match.
So now I think we're talking about Australian again here.
That'd be a great call there, Dan. You know, that would be a really good idea too. Especially the way Flagstad's been driving the ball. I guess not.
Nope.
But maybe, you know what? Maybe Andy makes a move here. I'll tell you what Mike did though. Yeah, I don't blame him. Flagstad's been ripping that forehand return. You may as well take a shot at it.
And we have a set point.
We do. From where we were. Set point for Michigan Shores,
Wow.
and there it is. Unbelievable.
That's perseverance.
That's unbelievable. That's, you know what, that was some of the best platform I've seen in a long time, that set right there, just the seesaw battle. All right, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back for Michigan Shores after this message.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find.
And we're back, and I am the new Dan McGuire 2.0. It's a pleasure to have you.
I'm spent, Coach.
I'm gonna talk about the importance of the underhand serve and why none of these guys are using it. I don't think they're playing correctly. And I too, this is my 29th season of paddle. So, you know,
Well,
Dan and I have a lot in common.
well, and at one point I thought an underhand serve was something that was, illegal. Like, in other words, why is he doing something underhanded like that?
The first time I played Danny McGuire was here at Michigan Shores. Must have been 10 years ago. We were out on the court. He serves underhand, and I caught the ball. And I was like, "Are you ready? Because it's your serve." I thought he was sending the ball to me,
flipping the
and
ball
I was
to
like,
you?
"No, it's your serve." And he was
That
like,
is
"Well, that was
hilarious.
my serve." And I was like, "Okay,
That's
I'm
funny.
sorry. I didn't realize." Okay, we can start now.
That's funny. Yeah.
Well, this was quite the grind of the first set.
It was.
I got to watch it up close and personal.
Well, I tell you what, Michigan Shores went down 4-2, and they came back, stormed back, and were able to take the set. And I mean, Mr. McGuire is under the impression I had something to do with that. I had nothing, I'm just sitting there. He's just like, hey, you streamed our match last year, we won it, and you just streamed this first set, we won it.
Michigan Shores does very well on live stream.
They do.
Yeah.
They're like I don't know, what do they call that? They're like a real star, saying they're real celebrities, shine.
Yep.
I tell you what, though, as long as Flagstad and Leocano have something left in the tank, they're not going anywhere because they didn't get to 4-2 and almost 5-2
right
accidentally. They did well.
Right. Yeah, they're in grind mode. I think that's what you're going to continue to see.
Absolutely.
A quick shout out to our buddy Chris Warner, who's the director here at Michigan Shores.
Yes.
And one of my favorite teaching pros of all time.
No question about it.
Because he's knows his stuff and has a great sense of humor. It's a deadly combination.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Actually,
one of the other guys that's great to have commentate on stream when we have the opportunity.
Yeah.
I know he's got some family commitments tonight, but we'll get him on the roster for the next one.
Oh, absolutely.
Or we'll just show up at his house.
Well, I'm always outside, parked out there anyway, spying on the poor guy, so.
In the first match, we talked about the importance of a restraining order.
All right.
And here it comes. All right, set number 2, let's do it.
All right, we're underway already. These guys aren't taking any breaks. This is
nice
a
lob, right on the line.
He goes for the Belleville Bash or the Bucharest Backlash. I don't know what to call that. What do we call that right there? Over the shoulder?
I think the Bucharest Backlash is what we should call it from now on. There is no reason to ever call it anything else. When you retrieve a ball off the back screen and then you try to drive it back, it is called the Bucharest Backlash.
Well, you know where they get that from. I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, from Bucharest, Sean.
Well, exactly. Well, Alien Estasi was from Bucharest, and he used to try that stuff. Of course, he would pull it off on the tennis court, so that's why I called it that. I was also going to go maybe Irish with over the shoulder.
or with some apostrophes.
Exactly.
Or
the shoulder.
Or shoulder.
All right. I want to say love 30 here. So Michigan Shores is clearly feeling the momentum after that close, but
that was a close first set.
Oh, yeah.
And I was playing a fun game where I had one bowl of chili for every game that was completed.
You're going to have to, you won't have to excuse
I'm not going to
yourself.
last through the evening, no, for sure.
Well,
I've already tried to track down some Pepto-Bismol. What a great drive.
Unbelievable.
Gustavo usually has some Tums behind the, behind the bar.
Thank God for that. I'm with you. I'm an antacid fan. Sid, I don't believe it. That almost did that.
Wow!
It clipped.
Great
so
serve.
Goodrich just decides, I think I'm going to end this game right
game
now.
over. I'm going to stick my paddle out at the perfect angle.
Exactly. And clip both lines with my forehand. And then walk to my and get something to drink like I really didn't mean to do it. Or I wasn't even-
1-0
I do it every day.
Michigan Shores.
I do it every day.
I do it every day. I've done this tens of times.
You know what? Here's the thing. So Goodrich hasn't missed a serve. I'm not going to jinx him, but he hasn't missed a serve. So he just took a practice serve, missed it. Watch, he won't miss another one.
Well, I mean, that's the value of the practice serve.
That's
You got to
right.
get your misses out.
Exactly. And I thought that was an actual, that was a marital term. But no, you're right.
Well, you got to get your misses out, Sean. Or
Get those misses out. Wow. What a deep.
nice.
Look at that. Again,
That was a very casual backhand flick to pick that up.
no question.
That heavy spin, just wide.
It's good eye. All right. So 30 love there, still rolling. And by the way, they've been using this, I'd say, since midway through the first set, this I formation, Coach, where Goodrich is serving and Connor. That was a nice return, by the way.
Caught the
flag
line.
set.
Yep.
But Connor's
And then
been,
they're making a shift at the beginning of the point.
Absolutely,
which
because
is,
they were just having too much fun, both Mike and Dan, hitting their returns wherever they wanted. So they're like, no, not anymore.
no,
Sorry,
we're going to
no more
mix it
fun.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Platform's not supposed to be fun, I'm sorry.
that. I can appreciate that.
Wow.
Stop enjoying yourself. This is serious.
How dare you?
Michigan Shores, more so than other huts, you can really pick up the party atmosphere.
Oh, there's no question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody is having a good time.
I tell you, oh, wow. What
Uh-oh.
insult to injury. Look at Andy's already out there. What is he got? What is he, a 4.2 40-yard dash? Jeez, I didn't even see him leave.
This is smart. And then over here in the ad corner, you can see the classic Roddick Guzik move of saying, I see it, and then just standing by the screen so that you don't have to go outside the court. I love it. I use it every time, ever since we talked about it. As soon as the ball goes over the fence,
Exactly.
I see it.
just point.
And that, right. And
Then you don't have to
And then
move.
that way you're not the one who goes out
Exactly.
to
So Michigan Shores in a 2-love lead right now. So a break and a hold.
playing with casual confidence, one might say.
I like the alliteration there, Coach. It's impressive.
Thanks, my wife's an English teacher. I get scolded otherwise.
Okay.
Oh!
Speaking of shots that hasn't missed
Little
yet,
let court action.
technically Andy has not missed when he is hit through his forehand drive. He has not missed one. Even though he's clipped the net a bunch of times, they've all stayed in. Oh, there's another one. Now that technically was a slice, so we really can't count that one. The judges won't let that one go.
Judges? No, I'm sorry.
Nope. Sorry.
That is not a rule to miss.
Even though he didn't miss that either. Wow. Great block volley.
That was nice depth on that volley.
Awesome volley. Wow. I didn't realize Paul McCartney sang that well. He is a Beatle.
He's great. I celebrate the guy's
Okay,
entire
so he
catalog.
missed one finally. I know that you're going to be saying, Paul McCartney. I've been listening to Paul McCartney for years.
For years.
For years. Tito Puente. All right, so.
Just deep, I think, on that serve. So 30-40.
Yes. A break opportunity here for the Michigan Shores Waves. Oh, you're kidding.
Oh!
You are kidding me.
Wow.
Okay, Bob Bryan.
Placed with confidence.
Okay, Rajiv Ram.
What a great shot.
What kind of that was unbelievable.
Okay, so that is a quick 3Z
Exactly.
opening here for
So
Michigan
a break,
Shores.
a hold, and a break.
Yep.
And here we are. And here I thought we're going to get the lights turned out on us. But you know what? It still isn't over, Coach.
It is still a possibility.
Absolutely.
You know, there's some guys over here playing Series 6 on the next court over that just went out about 20 minutes ago after a long three-setter. They were like, we don't know what's going to happen. We may or may not be able to finish this match tonight.
That's right. But think of how much chili they've been able to consume before.
Well, that's true. They did go
Yeah.
toe-to-toe with me for the chili consumption.
Look at that. chili consumption. That's the name of my next band, I've decided. Oh, he tried to one-time that. Let's one-time and tomahawk that off the side screen.
Mandatory Tums. Off your first album, Mandatory Tums.
Well, they're getting aggressive now.
That's a great waterfall.
A little communication issue there, but you know what?
Fighting in the middle.
I'd always rather have both of us going after it than neither one of us.
That's true, and I do agree with the decision. You know, after you chase down a waterfall and get buried in your corner, I would give the next ball in the middle to your partner if it's remotely close.
You betcha. I gotta tell you something. Connor's overhead has gotten exponentially better since the match began. That's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah, great shot.
He's not, I mean, he was pretty much resetting before, and now he's actually putting spin on it. Now he's
find his groove a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, 40-15.
Wow, the tomahawk.
Yeah.
The Bucharest backslash?
Kind of, well, maybe it's more like a sky hook.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we call it. Maybe a Bucharest sky hook. Maybe something from Bucharest. Something from the Eastern Bloc, yeah. Good. That's a great waterfall. And Mike Laucano, not only does he handle it, he's able to...
That was a tough drive. He put it all up in his grill, as they say.
Word, yes. Did he try something wacky?
Yeah, he went inverted inside out.
I'm up 3-love. I think
serve.
I think I'll try a screw
I've got
ball.
nothing to lose. If this goes 3 sets, I'm going to reference that serve, though.
That's right. That worked.
Oh, nice hands.
Unbelievable.
Great shift to the middle.
He's going to get another shot at this one. Okay, 10-1. Does he try that screwball serve again?
There's no shot that he does it again after the last result.
Okay, yeah.
Great serve.
Look at that pickup. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there might have been. I think somebody just won FanDuel or something. I mean,
we really should start getting these matches on FanDuel now that you mention it.
It's not a bad idea. All right. That's game.
Okay, so I show up, and all of a sudden...
It's a little bit... Well, it looks like
the rhythm has
one-sided,
shifted.
But it's really not... It has never been this way. It's been pretty tight the whole time. But I just think Michigan Shores is playing with a lot of confidence right now, and they just found their rhythm. And sometimes that's all it takes. I don't mean to sound like William Shatner, but that's all it takes.
But that's all it takes. I'm with you.
That's the one I'm talking about. Oh, look at the touch. That's just crafty.
I'm more concerned that we don't have licensing for any of this soundtrack that's going on in the background.
Hey, we had no idea this was going to happen.
Welcome to our first copyright strike here on the CPTC Livestream Network.
What a shot.
Great redirect.
Well, if there's one thing we don't have to worry about, these sounders are so old, I'm not even sure the copyright is still in force. So
you're right. It's probably part of the public domain now.
Exactly.
It's not.
Thanks, Cal. You know,
no shot.
You know, every so often, Cal, we just like you to just not say anything.
Cal's like, actually, no chance.
Great waterfall.
Sweet.
That being said, Sean, I didn't know you were a fan of Billy Schatz.
Yes, I am. Wow, Boz Skaggs. I don't know what the word is. Incredulous. Look at this screen. No way, screen. I was going to say screen lob. You got to be kidding me. It was great.
That was a great serve.
Great serve from Mike Laucano. Where's that been? I'd be turning around and going, come on, man. Nah, he's actually had a really nice serve the whole time. Look 30. At this. That's a sweet return.
Great dig.
And again,
that's
just
tough.
Amazing. Is it 1540?
I believe it's 1540. You know, I think I'm going to take Knollwood a couple bowls of chili. I think
or I'm going to eat a couple bowls of chili for Knollwood.
That's probably the catalyst that they need to get back on track.
You know, right now I'm getting the same feeling that John Madden used to say, where he'd go, when Joe Jacoby, who was 350 pounds, would say, somebody's blocking on Joe Jacoby. Where'd the sun go? This is what's going on with Knollwood.
Yeah.
Like,
it just
wait a
got
minute,
real dark out here.
What happened? We were doing so well.
These are the toughest matches to sort of turn around, though, as you play a really tight first set.
Yes.
And then if one team just,
starts
playing 5% better,
yes.
all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute,
What can we do?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, if you've come back from a 4 or 5 love deficit, you understand what it takes. And sometimes just your attitude out there can get you into a position.
And
to
I would
maybe
say this is the kind of style of point that is going to help the most. I might even. Oh wow, what a great lob!
Well, you might want to get back and get the lob though.
What a great lob! Right on the seam between those players.
5 love.
But yeah, maybe even you have to play some investment points where you just decide, like, we're going to hit every single ball soft down the middle and see, who does what.
Exactly.
Instead of even trying to win points in any capacity.
Yeah, or if you're from the baseline, you don't drive one.
Right.
Or maybe, I tell you what, maybe if you're going to drive it, it's like a chip or a poke drive. It wouldn't even be a big, huge laser beam.
Yeah, but just try to play everything to a level of percentage where you feel like you can put 99% of your shots in the court and see if maybe you can get the momentum back on your side. Especially as people start to play faster and have success, you try to slow it down as much as possible. Easier said than done.
Well, yes, no question about it. Well, when you're trying to hit the ball a little harder, which apparently both of these guys were thinking of doing maybe, we get army. And I don't mean that in a military sense. I'm talking about literally too much arm, and I'm just being mechanically oriented here. But I would just turn your shoulders a little bit more and relax a little bit more. That was better. Man, I'm telling you, he's got a real good touch with that waterfall. No way.
Big spin on that.
He's breaking out the two-hander.
The backhand roller.
Well, apparently he played lax. He played lacrosse, so he's
very confident
he's able
with
to do that. Yeah. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
he's but that was a perfect reset thing. He had a nice arc on it and everything. Are we at match point here?
All right, we are at match point here.
Unbelievable.
And this is it. I'm calling it. This is a big turnaround right here. We're going to go 3 sets.
Back. That's it.
Come on. Come on, FanDuel.
That's going to flick in there. Oh, you're kidding. Unbelievable.
Oh, that is a great match from both teams. I really feel bad that I ruined it by showing up again to announce. I should have just let Dan McGuire stay here for the higher quality paddle. And then when I was here, they felt compelled to show off, clearly.
Well,
all right, you guys. Well, that's going to do it for us for tonight's CPTC live stream from Michigan Shores. Next week, we are looking at the schedule, but we're probably going to do our live stream on Tuesday night next week. We're still finalizing. Yeah, a deviation from us.
Wow.
For not that we've never done one, but
you know what that means.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I can make rehearsal, which
mix
is a
up
problem.
The series.
I've been trying to avoid that.
Yeah, I understand. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us. Thanks to Illinois Bone and Joint and Viking and Wintrust for sponsoring.
Man,
it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you, Sean.
I'm calling you Coach Cal now. Did you notice that, Coach? Okay, you're welcome.
You've been upgraded, Cal Noble.
So thanks to Dan McGuire, by the way, for sitting in. That was really cool. It's nice to get some homegrown knowledge and from a guy who's had that kind of experience.
100%. And if anybody needs to get in touch with Dan McGuire's representation for his ESPN interview, just let us know, and we'll go ahead and forward that. Represented by CAA.
You got it. Go ahead. You can run that.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near you.